trade excuses. And he says trying. What does trying mean? You believe you're trying. He put it in quotation marks. You saying that you're trying, but you're really not. You're lying to yourself. You've falsified the pathway to success. You have misconstrued what it looks like to do the right thing. He says you are lying to yourself. You say you're trying, but you're not. You're lazy. Do what's required. Trade excuses. No, it doesn't matter. Do what you need to do. Trade excuses and trying for results. Period. Done. If I'm not getting results, then I'm trash. If I am, then I'm great. He said, but there's no excuses in that. There's none. You can't have it. And then he says, expect half-hearted results from half-hearted efforts. I created the execution playbook for leaders and high performers to hit bigger goals faster with less wasted effort. Now let's get into the show. Hello, friends and family and associates. I say associates because all of us are high performers. We are people that's focused on one goal, one thing. And it is very critical that we hit those goals. So hope you're having a great day. I hope you hit all of your goals this week. I am actually recording on Friday because I'm starting vacation and this will post Monday. So I wanted to record before I have my disconnect week. What we are going to do for the next 5 months, it's 4 months, math is wrong, is we're going to go through a season of diving through Kekich's Credo. If you don't know who David Kekich was, he was a founder, an entrepreneur. He did die, but he was paralyzed due to an incident in the gym. And he founded a company to discover more about, to decrease our aging. And Kekich created a list of credos, personal philosophies, rules about spiritual, business, discipline, focus. And I've found these to be very, very impactful for me. And so what we are going to do as a unit, me and you, we are a unit. We are on the same team. We have the same goal, is to accomplish and to literally destroy our goal. I'm going to go on a rant, but I think we get into a position and we become so easy where we want to play footsies with our goals. No, stop it. Stop it. I need you to stare at your goal as is something that you want to obtain and just rip apart. That is what you have to. You can't have this feeling, I want to just pet this goal, and once I reached my vision and purpose and these things I've set out to achieve, once I get there, I just want to sit there. No, I want to get there. I want to destroy it, rip it apart. We had this thing when I ran track and field way back in the day, is when you get to the destination, you don't stop at the finish line. You run through it. You run through it and you just murder it. And I think we have to get into this mindset as performers is, I'm not going to slow down at the finish line. I'm going to run through it. Like I'm going to destroy the finish line. And this is how you have to be. So we are going to hammer the credos, and we are going to do 5 credos per 20 episodes, which is 100 credos of Kekich's Credo. And these are something that you're going to enhance your business, discipline, focus, your vision. We're going to hammer all these things so that you can be elevated. So first is people do almost anything to stay in their comfort zones. If you want to accomplish anything, get out of your comfort zone. Strive to increase order and discipline in your life. Discipline usually means doing the opposite of what you feel like doing. The easy roads to discipline are 1, setting deadlines, 2, discovering and doing what you do best and what's important and enjoyable to you, 3, focusing on habits by replacing your bad habits and thought patterns one by one over time with good habits and thought patterns. Nothing grows in your comfort zones. Kekich start off strong on this first credo. He says, people will almost do anything to stay in their comfort zone. You can look at it as people will fight you. They will beat you up. They will destroy you. If you are in business, you're in sales, or you are in marketing, people will fight you to get out of their comfort zones. So if you're ever approaching someone and you're pulling them out of their comfort zones, know this: they will fight like crazy to stay where they are, even when getting out of the comfort zone is beneficial. Okay? You must understand this. For you must not only know this, you must believe this, because there's a hierarchy with knowledge. It goes knowledge, understanding, and belief. There are things we know but we don't understand, and there are things we understand but don't believe. This is something you must believe. Here it is. Nothing grows in a comfort zone. I don't care if you know that. I don't care if you understand it. Do you believe it? You are not going to grow until you constantly, perpetually, over time over tension. Like, hey, I'm going to have tension over amount of time. That is when I grow. When I get out of my comfort zones, when I get into positions where I don't feel great, I do the things I don't want to do constantly. That is how I grow. Everything that you want is on the other side. It's on the flip side of going through the valley to get to the mountaintop. But guess what? Climbing the mountain isn't comfortable. It sucks. It sucks. If you can ask anyone that has attempted to climb Mount Everest, they probably would tell you it wasn't fun. It was not fun. There's no way on this earth or in the universe that there's one possibility that it is fun. And so we have to get this in our psyche that, hey, nothing grows in my comfort zone. I must actually, truly, I must expose myself outside of my comfort zone. What does that mean? You must put yourself, 99% of the time, you should be out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone shouldn't be something you're always, okay, I'm going to step out of this. No, you should constantly be out of it. A lifestyle of uncomfortability. That is the sector of growing, is getting out of your comfort zone. David Kekich goes to, he says, strive to increase order and discipline in your life. Now listen here. He says, strive to increase order and discipline in your life. He didn't say strive to learn about it. He didn't say just increase it. He says strive, make it a focus, put your energy into increasing order and discipline. What is order? A lack of chaos. Order is a lack of chaos. It is the framework of stepping into positions and doing things that only matters. That is order. Order is not chaos. Chaos is not things all over the place all the time. Because we look at chaos, we're like, well, a chaotic lifestyle and a chaotic focus means we're just all over the place doing things. No, chaos can be that, and it can also be doing a lot of things that doesn't matter. Because you're not in order. It's chaos. According to your goal, you're chaos. You're not hitting your margins, your targets to get where you want to be. So it's chaotic. So he says, strive to increase order, not order as in, okay, I'm not all over the place, but order in doing the right things over the time. That is what order is. And then he says discipline. He says discipline usually means doing the opposite of what you feel like doing. Every time, 100%. When you are in a position and you say, hey, I need to go talk to this person and encourage them, or I need to step out and speak to this business owner, or I need to get ready for this meeting and I'm going to have to speak about some things that I don't want to speak about. Whatever it is that you don't feel like doing, discipline is the opposite. What does that mean? You don't have discipline is when you say, oh, well, I'm just going to push this off. No, it says, I'm going to do what's required. Rather if I feel like it or I don't feel like it. It doesn't matter. My feelings are irrelevant. What is required of the goal to hit the goal? The duties and targets, the things that I must do are the focus, not my feelings. My feelings are not on a barometer. What does that mean? My feelings aren't even on a measuring stick. If I feel like this, it doesn't matter. I'm not measuring that towards the goal and the task. the task is the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that stands on the measuring stick. It's the only thing that we see is what needs to be done, not my feelings. I don't care about how I feel. I don't care about what I feel like doing today or tomorrow. Is what needs to be done, and we do that relentlessly. Stop focusing on your feelings. Now, feelings, yes, they are important. Yeah, okay, if you feel tired, exhausted, you may need to disconnect. Yeah, I understand. But a lifestyle of being neurotic because we feel this way, if we feel that way, no. Do what you need to do, because at the end of the day, if you continue to do what you need to do, your feelings will just leave. They will leave. And this isn't unhealthy talking. This is saying, hey, do not be a robot to yourself. Don't be. Do not be a slave to your flesh and how you feel. You be in control. You determine how you will feel and what you're going to do, not your feelings. Don't do it. There's a scripture in the Bible. It says, resist the devil and he will flee. It's the same principle here. Resist your feelings and they will eventually flee. They will go away. Either you become numb to the new structure of your lifestyle, of doing what you do and doing the disciplines. You become immune to that new process, which means that the feelings won't even matter anymore, because this is how you do things. Okay? Understand that. Discipline is very important, and it is the opposite of what you feel. Setting deadlines. He gets into say, hey, number one, set deadlines. Don't believe, okay, I'm so good at what I do, I'm going to hit the target. No. Have targets. Have vision first. Vision. Have targets that meet the vision, and have deadlines for those targets. Okay? It doesn't matter how good you are. Have deadlines. Why? Because we are humans and we are like water. We constantly like to do the wrong things and go the wrong way. It's hard for us to be sharp and go one way. We like to flatten out and be horizontal than vertical. And so it's very important that you don't go horizontal first, you go vertical, which means focus on what the goal is and set deadlines to hit your targets. Okay? Next. He says also discovering and doing what you do best and what's important and enjoyable to you. Discovering and doing what you do best and what's important to you. These are he said these are the roads to discipline. First is setting deadlines. Two, it is discovering and doing. So these are two different things. First, you discover. Okay, I'm going to discover what I do best. Now, this is very important. Why? Because if you don't have an inertly excitement behind what you do, it would be very hard to excel. Why? Because even on the good days, it's hard for you to do anything. And so what do you expect on the bad days? It's not going to work. And so you must have this internal excitement about what you're doing, because if you don't, then you're simply not going to last. It ain't going to happen. Why? Because willpower doesn't work. Willpower is a counterfeit for actual value. And when it's time to cash in your counterfeit, the willpower will not get you through. So do not rely on willpower, but rely on the actual principles of doing things that's important to you. And this is what he says. Discover what you do best. Discover what that is, what you are good at. And then not only discover, do what you do best and what's important and enjoyable to you. Very important. Why? Because when you have something that you value, that's important to you, vision comes. You will work after hours on it. It won't be just an obligation, but you will be excited to discover new pathways to obtain the goal, to press farther. And because you treat it like your kid, because it means a lot to you, you shepherd it. What does that mean? You comb the hair, you bathe it, you nourish it, you treat that with so much intentionality that it is almost impossible for you not to succeed in that what you do. This is what he's saying. Discovering and doing what you do best and what's important. And then number 3, for a road to discipline. Focus on habits by replacing your bad habits and thought patterns one by one over time with good habits. Habitual patterns are very important. Why? Because in our neuroscience and like our neural pathways, we work very well when we are in a routine of doing something that we normally do. So when we are exiting bad habits and we are removing things that don't matter, it becomes very easy for us to succeed. Create a new pathway. Remove the thing that are not nourishing your identity and personality towards your mission and goal. There are so many things in your life right now that simply does not measure up to who you want to become. And those things are not just weights, but sometimes there are hidden infestations. Things that are embedded in your life that you don't even see, that's not supporting you. And you're like, do I feel drained, or why do I not feel focused? Because you're trying to go one way, but these other things are nourishing you in one way. What do I mean? Take a person that wants to be in shape. Easy example. They want to be physically fit. And they say, I want to be healthy and I want to feel great. And they work out at the gym. They do these things, but they eat trash, Oreos, Cheetos, Dr. Peppers. That's all they do, right? But they're not even aware, because no one trained them and taught them about this, that they shouldn't do that. And this is the same thing in our lives. Like, well, we're trying to do one thing. We have these goals of being in shape mentally, physically in our profession, but we have these habitual things outside of our profession that doesn't add up. And you must dissect your lifestyle and say, okay, what are the things that doesn't add up to the person I say I want to become? Simple. Everything. What energies am I receiving from the things in my lifestyle that doesn't add up to who I want to be? And you gotta get very, very critical on this, because most of us, yes, we could perform at a level when we don't feel good, but what if you could perform at a level when you do feel good? Like, you are at the highest level. The goal is not to perform from the bottom of the pit. The goal is to perform from the top of the mountain. What do I mean? When you're at the top of the mountain, the best version of yourself, you will get things done so much faster, so much quicker, and with better quality. And isn't that better? And the results you get back personally from that, freedom of time, freedom from financial strengths, you get so much freedom back when you are at your highest performance level, peak state. But that only comes when you don't have energies and infestations and diseases in your life sucking the fruit out of you, so you can't produce. It's not good for you to live a lifestyle planting seeds, trying to do the right thing, planting seeds, being around the right people. But the things that you do grows weeds around your flowers and that chokes the seed. Don't do it. Have good habits, do the right things. Okay, next, second credo, cherish time. He says, cherish time, your most valuable resource. You can never make up the time you lose. It is the most important value for any productive, happy individual, and is the only limitation to all accomplishment. To waste time is to waste your life. He's coming strong, guys. He's coming strong. He's not playing games with us right now. To waste time is to waste your life. The most important choice you will ever make is how you use your time. So, cherish time, your most valuable resource. Bang, done, end of story. He says, cherish it is your most valuable thing. He didn't say one of them. He said your most. And what does this mean? Okay, time is my most valuable thing, which means nothing else measure up, which means this time is priceless, not valuable. And it is very critical, not important. This is critical. Important things are the things that are cool, that will be beneficial for you, things that are like pillars for your life. No, critical things is like, hey, if you don't do this, you're going to fail. Okay, this is critical. Time is priceless. Okay, it is not valuable. Valuables and priceless things are different. This is what I mean. If I lose on a priceless material, I receive debt internally. Okay? I receive a debt that I can't pay off. Why? Because I cannot pay off something that's priceless. Okay? Valuables I can pay off. It has a finite limit on it. Okay? A value on it. A value has a limit of how much it can produce. priceless things does not. It's infinite. And time is infinite. Why? Because we cannot create more of it, nor can we, well, I guess you could decrease it. I'm not advocating for that, but yeah, you can change that, but you can't create more of it. You're not in charge of that. Okay, you can try to manufacture as much as possible with the one you have, but you can't multiply your lifetimes. Okay, so it's very important that you understand that priceless time is not valuable time. And once you understand that your time is priceless, you will take care of your time more preciously. More preciously. And if time is priceless, that means that time is the ultimate value. The ultimate thing. And you should look at this not with scarcity. You should look at it with honesty. Like, okay, time is a scarce resource, but because of that, I'm going to have an abundant mindset, not a scarcity mindset. I'm going to use my time resourcefully, not with scarcity. Okay, number 3. Think carefully before making any offers, commitments, and promises, no matter how seemingly trivial. These are all contracts and must be honored. These also include self-resolutions. Okay, let's cook. Integrity breeds good reputation. What do I mean? Okay, he says, before making any offers, commitments, and promises, no matter how seemingly trivial, don't break them. Think through these things. Ponder through these things. Don't start offering things and making negotiations and say, yeah, I'll do it, and you're not committed. Okay, this is what gets under my skin. Uncommitted people is a disease. Why? Because we have made it a cultural norm to say things and do things and not be committed to it. Over and over again. We constantly say we like this, we enjoy this, and we don't do it. We don't follow up. I have strict rules on my life about if I don't say it, I don't do it. If I do it, I don't do it. I don't say it. I don't care. And I don't even schedule things or say, hey, we should hang out. No, if we're going to hang out, we're going to hang out. If we're not, we're not. Period. Done. End of story. And we got to get this precise on things. Like we're wasting so much time and energy on things that doesn't matter. And he's saying, hey, if you are saying you're going to do something, commit to it. Think carefully. Don't just be wishy-washy. Don't just be a wave in the sea. No, it says, hey, if you say you're going to do something, commit. But before you even commit and say anything, think carefully. Don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot. But all contracts, once you offer these and they're binded, must be honored. Must be honored. We have lost our way in this. We have lost integrity. We have lost the idea that what it means to have integrity means a solidation, firm, to confide, your ability to be steadfast, like unmovable, means saying my words hold weight. And this is why America in the I guess you could say the world, but only I live in America, so only I know America lacks confidence. Why? Because you can't trust yourself. Because we say we want things, we commit to things, and we never follow up. And this is the problem. It's not because people they just have low self-worth. No, because they don't trust themselves. That's the thing. Do what you say you're going to do, and if you don't do it, if you don't want to do it, stop saying it and shut up, please. Think carefully before you make an offer, a commitment, or a promise, as he says, and honor all of your contracts. If you committed to it, then you need to do it. Stop backing out of things. And if you committed to the wrong thing, well, that sucks for you. Still go to it. Why? Because you need to learn how to pay the price and learn your lessons for things that you say you will do. Period. Done. And these are also self-resolutions. This is the problem. Listen here. Let this open your eyes. Self-resolutions shouldn't be a thing that we can cook up all the time and like, oh, let's throw it in the trash. No. Honor your own resolutions and contracts. It all starts here. The problem with the world today is because we are so wishy-washy and we lack integrity. And we don't even honor our own resolutions. So why would we ever honor someone else's? We'd have no respect for ourselves and therefore we have no respect for anyone else. I can't honor myself and what I say, so I can honor what you say. I don't care. I don't value it. It doesn't matter. Change from this. Lose this. If you want to be a high performer, if you want to get things done and not just hit targets and become wealthy and freedom of time, but to live a good life and healthy life, a great life where your family is joyful, full of energy, and you produce good fruit, peace, joy, love, patience, then you must understand that you having integrity is very, very critical to your success. All right. Number 4, real regrets only come from not doing your best. We're about to cook here. We're still going. Real regrets only come from not doing your best. And let me finish this before I go in. All else is out of your control. You're measured by results only. Okay? Trade excuses. Here we go. And trying. He has trying in quotation marks. And that's a big point. For results. Trade excuses and trying for results. And expect half-hearted results from half-hearted efforts. Dude, okay, let's finish this. I'm getting excited. Do more than expected of you. Life is easy when you live in the hard way, and hard if you live it the easy way. Okay, let's cook here. First thing, real regrets only come from doing your best. All this is out of your control. Compare yourself to your results, right? First thing he says, real results only come from not doing your best means, hey, real regrets only come from not doing your best. If you have effort, good job. If you've done what you're supposed to do, good job. You can't do anything else about that. If you've done what you're supposed to have done, all that you know to do, then that's all you can do. You're measured by results only. Okay? This is the problem. We are so good at giving out 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th place trophies. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Okay, good job. Now, I say, yes, if you have effort, great job. But for me, please never, ever reward me for negligence. Because what happens is, it's like the 9-to-5 job. We know we're getting paid, so why work harder? Why move up? Why do these things? We know we're already getting paid. And there has to be something that we manufacture in our lives. Even if you work a 9-to-5, if you're on salary, you have to manufacture something that if you suck, I'm sorry if this is not PG-13, I'm sorry. If you are trash at your job, if you are trash at getting results, a price must be paid. This new lifestyle, I guess we're living now where, oh, well, I can do nothing and still get paid. No, that shouldn't be the way. And like I said, if you're in a salary position where it doesn't matter about effort, you need to find a way to manufacture. Why? Because we are humans, and we have to have a force behind us, forcing us to do things. Push and pull energy. Pull energy is very beneficial for vision and excitement, but we have to have push energy. Push energy is discipline and something that says, if you do this, you're going to die. So I don't do this, okay? If you don't hit your targets, you're going to die, then I must hit my targets. It is very important that we do this, okay? You're measured by results. If you suck, you suck. If you don't, you don't. Period. Done. End of story. There's no gray area. Either you're good at what you do, great at what you do, or you're not. And if I'm not, then I can learn. And if I am, then great. Thank you. Thank God I'm good. Right? And so it's too much of this, well, I want to be in the gray area. No. Enough of this flowers and bunnies. If you suck, you suck. If you don't, you don't. Wake up, focus on you and your results and what you want to do and get it done. Then he says, trade excuses and trying for results. Listen here. Trade excuses. And he says trying. What does trying mean? You believe you're trying. He put it in quotation marks. You saying that you're trying, but you're really not. You're lying to yourself. You've falsified the pathway to success. You have misconstrued what it looks like to do the right thing. He says you are lying to yourself. You say you're trying, but you're not. You're lazy. Do what's required. Trade excuses. It doesn't matter. Do what you need to do. Trade excuses and trying for results. period, done. If I'm not getting results, then I'm trash. If I am, then I'm great. He said, but there's no excuses in that. There's none. You can't have it. And then he says, expect half-hearted results from half-hearted efforts. If you are not all in, this is the thing. We think we're all in, we're not all in. If you're not willing to do the farthest requirement to get the goal, hit the target, you're half-hearted, and you will receive half-hearted results from your half-hearted efforts. He says, do more than is expected of you. Whatever expectations the leaders put on you, do more of that. Do more of it. Because why? Because have vision for yourself. You shouldn't have to succumb under your leaders' expectations of you. You should be so rigorous on yourself and so oriented by your vision that you know what you need to do for yourself. Because honestly, normally our leaders have smaller visions on ourselves that we should have of ourselves. So if your leader have a vision on you that's greater than what you see of yourself, that's a problem there. They see more in you than you see of yourself. And you need to learn how to open the lid for yourself and say, hey, do I have a bigger vision for myself than my leaders have for me? Because I should always expect more for myself than my leaders expect from me. And then he goes on to, life is easy when you live it the hard way and hard if you live it the easy way. We all know if I choose to do the easy thing now, I'm going to live a hard life later. If I do the hard thing now, easy life later. Okay? Keep it simple. Keep it simple. And number 5, the last one. Always show gratitude. Gratitude is a reinforcer and an alleviator. What do I mean? So gratitude, first of all, it alleviates you from your frustrations, your pain. Gratitude cannot sit in the same room with depression, anxiety, frustration. It doesn't happen. It's like oil and water. It just doesn't mix. It doesn't happen. And practicing a lifestyle of gratitude is very, very important. He says, always show gratitude when earned. When someone does something and you appreciate it, don't say, oh, thank you. No. He says, do it monetarily when possible. Pay them. Pay them. People deserve to be paid. He said, well, no one deserves anything. Shut up. If you've done something, I'm going to reward you. Why? Because positive reinforcement is giving you what you deserve. Giving you what you have effort to do. And he says, always show gratitude when earned. Monetarily when possible. Which means cash. Pay them with cash. And then be a giver, of course. These things reinforces you and elevate you. Move you up. Reinforces you. Gratitude reinforces where you are. It allows you to perform at the stage you are. Because why? Because you need to be able to give out of your tank to put more into your tank. And if you're constantly like hoarding, then you're never going to be able to have more. Why? Because you don't understand money. And money loves to be exchanged and move. And if you want more of it, if you want more of that, then you must understand the cash. Okay? You must understand that. And then what I mean by alleviate is when you're in a bad spot, if you're ever in a bad position, you're down mentally, or you're depressed or anxiety, or you have frustrations or anger throughout a period of time, whatever it may be, you're full of fear, become grateful of something or many things. Gratitude is your silver lining. It is the path out of your desert. And if you want to get out of the valley to the peak, find the path of gratitude, because gratitude will actually pull you out of it. Not a push motivator. Gratitude will pull you out of the frustrating seasons. Okay? Practice and learn gratitude, because a state of gratefulness always produces great fruit. Okay? 5 lessons for you to learn. Study those. Become those. We will go through these weekly. And at the end of this, you will be sharp, full of wisdom, and your ability to execute and get it done will increase dramatically. That's all I have for you. Love you. Talk to you soon. Deuces.